I am a Muppet. I just recorded a 15-minute video and I was using the wrong microphone. So that's great. Hello, welcome to the channel. My name's Andrew, and this is the writing and reading channel that spends no expense and rambles on and writes on. So, anyway, what I was saying before, which I wasn't recording properly, this video is going to be a update for plans for 2025 moving forward. So anyway, we've got the Dutch angle this time, something a little different, and it's because I tried to set up the camera in the usual spot and it wasn't working. So, but anyway, um, first off, for Christmas I got the COVID, and I'm still dealing with the effects of it. So I'm struggling to breathe and talk at the moment. So it's going to be a quick video. But anyway, so the plans for 2025, my writing plans. First off, with GenreCon coming up, they have a short story competition, and I've submitted 2 short stories for that. The theme was alchemy. The 2 short stories I wrote are quite different. A bit of extreme. One's a bit of a fantasy setting, and another one was more of a literary one. So see how it goes. There's $1,000 prize for that. This competition's gonna be stiff. There's so many talented writers out there, and I don't know how I'll go, but got to be in it to win it. So yeah, once I find out what's happened with that, I'll publish my short stories to my Substack for those who are interested in my writing. So fingers crossed. Easy for me to say, but there's no expectations. But it was fun to do, and the stories are a little bit different from what I'm used to writing. So it was a good exercise, a fun exercise. So, but speaking of GenreCon, I'm pretty excited about that coming up. It's got lots of panels and lots of guests. The keynote speaker for GenreCon is Steph Green, and she'll be running a workshop on the Friday of the GenreCon weekend. It's called 12 Months to Full-Time Author. Um, and it basically gives you strategies to become a full-time author. But yeah, it comes up, defining what success is, our strength, learning and weaknesses of our craft, techniques to grow an audience and engage with fans, and basically set up a 12-month. With the light coming down. Set up a 12-month strategy to achieve that goal. So I'm really looking forward to that. And and GenreCon is going to have a lot of great panels and workshops and conversations, and I'm pretty much looking forward to that one. I had a good time last year. I recorded a video for that, so I'll do another one this year. There's I don't know if they'll have the speakeasy. Like last year, I read a short story at the speakeasy. I read my little dream home, that was published in Nightmare Fuel. I'll put a link in that. A link in the description for that for those who are interested. I think this year they have they might have another reading one where people get up and read their short stories. Um, I don't know if I'll do it again. I struggle to speak, as you can tell, but it was a good. I guess it was a good experience. I was nervous and sweating and that, but it felt good at the end, and good to get feedback from people. So and everyone seemed to enjoy it. So so but it's shaping up to be an amazing convention. I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully I get to meet some great people and make some connections. And so with that, with the short stories, what else have I done? My manuscript. So I submitted that to a manuscript competition. Um, I waiting to hear, but I think that long list is announced in March or April. So I'm just sitting on my script at the moment, waiting to hear back. So I don't want to fiddle with it too much, just in case. So never know. But yeah, if I don't hear anything, my next plan is to hire an editor and go down the self-publishing route. Yeah, being in Australia and writing in the fantasy genre and how the industry is, I don't like my chances of being traditionally published, but you got to try. Just why? Because I want to give it a go, get professional feedback or acknowledgement. But more than likely, I'll will self-publish, so I'll look into hiring an editor, learning how to do that, and this will all tie back into that uh, 12 months to becoming a writer workshop. So hopefully it all ties together. So yeah, and speaking of writing, I've just started another novella. For those of you who might know, I wrote one on Royal Road, publishing a chapter a week or thereabouts, and I'm not really familiar with the platform of Royal Road, so I've probably done the wrong thing writing it a chapter a week, because it seems like everyone pumps out theirs on the hour, or they write the whole thing and then they just pump it out to bump their numbers up. But I just did it my way, not knowing, haven't really advertised. I got to, my social media presence is as loud as a mouse pissing on a bit of cotton. So, um, but overall, I ended up getting about 2,000 total views, and I was pretty surprised with that. And it's actually pretty interesting to see the progress of the chapter to chapter, where it dips or picks back up, or where I lose people. But I think from chapter one to the epilogue, I think I had a retention rate of about, I think it was 35%. I think it was about 35-40%, which I guess is pretty good. Trying to keep someone's attention over, I think came out to be just under 30,000 words. For an unknown writer, and it's my first time, I think that's pretty good. First time on that platform. But anyway, I've started another novella that's based on the first chapter. Is based on one of the short stories I've already published on Substack, and it's pretty much inspired by the Stephen Erickson's Beauchelin and Colbrooch series, that sort of style of fantasy, where it's a bit tongue in cheek, a bit fun. Doesn't take itself too seriously, but it is still beautifully written, and I don't know, I get a laugh out of it. So that it's my outlet for my silly sense of humor. to put it in, I want to write, proper fantasy, or proper, but a bit more serious, a bit more deep and meaningful sort of fantasy stories. But these novellas are an outlet to let down what's left of my hair and have a bit of fun. But but anyway, there's no pitchforks and people saying I sucked with the last one. So I'm pretty happy with that. So see how I go. But yeah, with these novellas, I'll also look at getting an editor and self-publishing them as well. And my plans are to have a little series based in that fantasy world. 25-30,000 word simple, fun stories, and it also acts as a exercise with my writing to help get the reps in to get better and better. So I think having small obtainable goals, such as like 30-40,000 word stories, as opposed to 120,000 epic fantasy, 3-book series, which is just a daunting exercise normally. But when I'm still trying to learn the craft and get better, I don't know if I'll benefit in a long. I would, but I think faster results, pumping out novellas, trying to get the blood pumping and get the reps in. So excuse me, but also want to do in the future more book reviews. Maybe once a month, book that I'm reading. So a physical book or audio book, because I've got a few on the go at the moment. So at the moment, I've just finished Alien's Bishop by T.R. Napa. This is, I love this. Oh, such cool. I love this cover. I think it's just awesome. And I got mine signed. So that was at Supernova. And previously, I have mentioned it on the channel before. This is by the same author, 36 Streets, T.R. Napa. It's like he's very much a cyberpunk, and this one Stralis Award for debut novel, and is fast-paced action. But yeah, this Alien Aliens Bishop very much expands the lore of the Aliens world, and it does have that cyberpunk feel. But more on that on a later date. I don't want to get too bogged down with that, but I think it's a great book, and I had a lot of fun. But so there's a few more books that in my TBR. So like you see Esimon's Knight of Knives. I've got that to go. I got Elantris from my brother. I got that for Christmas by the old Brando Sando. Audiobook wise, I'm currently a third of the way through Rhythm of War by Brando Sando, and I don't know. I'm struggling. It's just not doing it for me. I don't know. But anyway, so maybe I will get some pitchforks now for the Brando Sando fans if you've stuck around this long. But anyway, I think I've used up all my words that I can for the day because struggling to breathe. But so I think 2025 is going to be a good year, a good writing year. It's going to be a bit slow at the beginning because I'm moving house in March, so this background's going to change shortly, and so a bit of stress with that. So my writing numbers will go down, but I think all in all, I got a few irons in the fire. If I keep pumping out the works and try and build up an audience to read my work, it would be doing that 12-month to be a full-time author would be great. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm just having fun writing, learning my craft. Success, if that comes down the road, whether it's 12 months or another 5 years, it doesn't matter. I'll just keep going, and whatever success is, I don't know how each person defines it separately or differently, but I digress. But anyway, I've talked enough, so if anyone's still listening, I apologize. And I'll see you in the next one. So